Hello, welcome back to episode 35 of WCATChats. I'm Nathan Raju. We have Palmer Ruth, Alex Carr, and we're joined by two special guests, two brothers. You guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Joseph Jacquot. I'm a senior.
And I'm Jacob Jacquot, a sophomore.
So welcome on the podcast. Two cross-country runners. You guys are in the heart of your season coming towards the region meet. The region meet actually just finished up. Talk to us about how that went for both of you guys and how the team performed.
Well, Joseph actually didn't run it, but the team, we took the dub. We got all 7 guys were in the top 10. S1 won it, so the team performed well.
Yeah, team did well. They did their job. Coach pulled me out for region, but I'm still running state, so we're looking good for state.
And then, Joseph, we had you on the podcast last year. What's changed in the past 365 days, give or take?
A lot. Had track season, got a stress fracture, committed to Georgia Tech.
Congrats.
So, lots changed, but yeah.
And looking back at the season, what have you guys seen from your team? Have there been any younger players that you've seen grow way more than you expected to?
I would say one person that in particular that's around. I wouldn't call this person younger, but they've only been. This is only their second season doing cross country. Is Gideon? He's been doing great. He's made massive improvements. Did a lot of summer training. He improved a lot. And then Rohan Gazula, he's a sophomore. He's done great. He's made some good improvements. They've done great.
And so both of you guys, brothers, how does it feel to be running alongside each other these past 2 years?
It's fun, but in the races, it's not quite alongside. I'm just a bit in front of him. So, but when we're just going out for a jog, it's always fun. So
Yeah, I know personally playing with a brother is always a lot of fun. I did it with my brother last year. What have you seen from a leadership perspective, and then also from your point of view, what have you seen from your brother, him teaching you? Yeah.
For me, he's grown a lot. Especially before he was even in high school. Some of the days I definitely feel like I might have forced him to just come out and run and train, but he's definitely gotten to a point where it's it's him that's he's really good. He's better than I was, and he's got a lot of room to grow, but he's already made so much progress and already a great runner.
Yeah, there are definitely days when I want to sleep in, but then Joseph makes me go out there and run, which I'm not too happy about, but at the end it's definitely led to many improvements in just my running and just who I am.
And then actually it's kind of a WCATChats, inside, I don't know what this is, but last year we heard about your brother having beet juice. He kind of mentioned, I believe, that you're not a fan of beet juice.
No.
Have you tried to come around to it, try to get interested in it?
So I tried it once last year. I haven't tried it since. So
we've tried it the same amount, because actually all three of us have tried it.
We tried it once, and we have not tried it since.
Yeah,
that was potent. That was really bad. I don't know how you can drink that.
Your brother has beet juice. Do you have any other superstitions you like to rock with?
I've started to drink some pure tart cherry juice, which
Okay, well,
it tastes pretty good. So
Does it have any purpose besides the taste?
I heard that it helps. I don't know what, but
All right.
I don't know if it
enough.
actually does, but we'll see.
And as a senior, have you what have you seen from the team chemistry with all the guys?
I would say that as a team, they function, I would say, really well in order to push each other to their best, and it's really something where you show up to practice and all the guys they hold you accountable. They make you do your best, and one of the things that's really different about this team compared to a lot of teams is the guys go out there and the whole team, they want to train, they want to push themselves to their limits. Whereas I know a lot of people they go out to run. Running's not fun, to them, and it's just you just try to get through it rather than actually do really put it all out there.
And then when had you kind of started to enjoy running? Personally, was there a moment where it just clicked and you're hey, I really like this and I want to do it?
For me, I would say it was during middle school. I absolutely hated it. I actually like thought it was gonna be really fun because I saw him. I have like an older brother, and he was winning all these middle school races, but I hated it then. I started to enjoy it like my eighth grade somewhat, but I mean even now there's still a lot of days where it's like I go out there and I just don't want to be there. I still get it done, to the best of my ability, but I don't want to be there. But like there's a lot of the time like it's with like whether maybe it's friends that make it fun, or it's just succeeding in general. But yeah.
So to Jacob, you've had 2 years now in the high school. If you had to say you had a favorite memory on the cross-country trails or even just off, what would you have to say?
I would say a lot of times we go to Goldberg's after Saturday practices, and those like every single time is just a memorable experience, just bonding with the team and stuff. And then another one would be last year, the spaghetti supper before state, getting my hair shaved and just having no hair after that. So it was sad in the moment, but looking back on it, it was funny.
And what is your Goldberg's order after a practice?
9 out of 10 times, I probably get the country omelet. Yeah, that's just amazing. Yeah.
And for cross country, what does a typical week of training look like for you guys? Like, what do you guys have for goals each day? What are you guys trying to accomplish?
So I would say typically, I'm not on my typical schedule right now, just since I'm coming back from injury. But typically, it would be Sunday, kind of go out, do what I would call like a long run. Monday's kind of a medium effort day, kind of on the longer end, and then Tuesday's infamously kind of a hard workout. Wednesday is a bit of a easy, just kind of a jog. Thursday, medium kind of effort day. Fridays, just again like an easy jog, and then Saturdays either like just a ridiculously difficult workout or we race. And typically it's like going into a week, I always gotta mentally just keep on prepping myself to get ready for the workouts, to get ready for the race, just to so that I can do my best.
And what has it been this year being a captain on the team, being a leader? What has it been like being able to step up into that position?
I mean, I would say for me, it's honestly not been too different. Last year, captain's really it's a title. It's a title, and to fill the responsibility, you have to be a leader. Last year, I felt like I was a leader on the team, even though I wasn't a captain, and so really now it's just. Like now I'm have that official title as a captain, but it's definitely like I honestly enjoy it because I think it's fun to like see other kids like improve, to enjoy running, to enjoy the success you get from it, because like it's hard to find that, but in my opinion it's like worth it, and seeing those kids like make it worth it themselves, it's great.
Jacob, how would you rate your brother's job as a captain? You can be brutally honest here.
I would give it like 6 out of 10.
Why is that?
Well, it hasn't really been showing up to every practice this year, which it's not a good look.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I've been injured.
You still got to stand there on the sideline and cheer him on.
Yeah, I'll
That's
do
what
it.
I'm
Like
saying.
I do the meets, but like typically it would be like I would have these appointments for after school, and they'd be at 4:00.
You schedule those really nicely to miss practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for both of y'all, what's a favorite Coach Tribble story? Because obviously he's a legendary coach and has, I'm sure, a lot of great moments.
You wanna go first?
I don't know if I can say all these. I can't think of one right now.
Says, I don't know if I can say all these, and they can't even come up with
I'm like,
one.
what's one like?
What's like? I don't know.
So Harris Healy once, he like sprained his ankle or something at like a trampoline park. And so he came to practice, he told coach, and coach is like, he's just pissed and like super mad. So he tells Harris like, obviously like, don't ever do that again. And he starts saying how like, if any of us ever see a trampoline again, we need to burn it. He's like, if you see a trampoline, burn it. And so it's just been something funny that we always look back on too.
I'll say one of mine is my freshman year. There's just this one workout before state, and I don't know what was going through his head, but maybe he was mad at us. I don't know what happened, but he just made us run more. We had this really difficult workout, and he just gave us these surprise like mile intervals that we had to do. It was the week before state. No one was ready. It was brutal.
And talking about state, you guys just finished a really successful season, just did regions. What's your guys' mindset going into state?
I mean, I would say, like, as a team, we're winning state. It's like we're winning state. It's happened for the past 6 years, maybe. So this will be the 7th in a row, which is actually like the second, or it's the second. It will be the second longest state championship streak in state history.
For cross country?
Yeah, for cross country only. And then the only reason it's not first is because of like Westminster like 20 years ago, something like that. But and so really I would say the goal is like going out there, like we should be the best team, all classifications really. And then it just comes down to like, you know, can we get a state record for the fastest team performance ever at state? And then
What is that, by the way?
So the fastest team performance, I think it averaged 16:34 in the 5K.
Weren't y'all 16:25 last night?
Well, it's the state course is
Carrollton's
brutal.
hard.
It's not gonna be
very
that
slow.
Yeah,
fast.
there's some decent hills. I went over there for the whatever was over there earlier in the year, and it was solidly hilly.
Yeah. But we have, honestly, like an unbelievable team. We might be able to do that, and you know, I know we all got our like individual goals. I feel like I'm kind of going into it off of not much training, and so I'm just gonna go for it. It's my senior year. I gotta put out my best performance.
So what's your time to beat going into a state? What are you trying to get? Do you have
My
a,
time?
Do you have a personal time that you're
PR?
trying to? Yeah. Are you-
I mean, it's not gonna be PR, but like if we're looking at like kind of like what I would consider PR effort, probably like a 15:55K or faster. Yeah.
Jacob, what are you shooting for?
Well, so earlier this year we ran the course. I think it was like maybe 16-16, 16-17. So try to break that, and hopefully I can get top 3.
How would it feel if you got top 3 sharing the podium with your brother? One of his gonna be last cross country races. How do you feel about your brother going off to college?
Well, I'm definitely gonna miss him in some parts, especially running, but I'm gonna have the whole house to myself. So
Yeah,
gonna be
it does come
nice.
with its perks.
Yeah.
Has it come to your mind, what if you maybe sabotage your brother a little bit just so you get higher on the podium? Have you thought about that at all?
Oh, I've definitely thought about it a ton of times. I mean, I would have to sabotage him and Esfon, maybe both of them could try to help me out.
Exactly. I mean, they're already committed to colleges, so you
Yeah,
know,
they
you
don't-
can
they don't
help
need
yourself
any
out
help.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
just
don't
boost
need it.
yourself up there, and the colleges will think about you pretty highly.
You know, just accidentally. Oh, I tripped him. Oh no.
Or maybe, you know, in this pre-race, I guess you don't really eat much before, but you know, the spaghetti supper, you know, put some stuff in the pasta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Takeaways, beet juice. You know?
before races, is there anything you guys like eat specifically to give you energy, or what do you guys do to get prepared for a race?
I mean, the night before we have pasta, and then the morning of I typically oatmeal, banana, pretty much just like carbs. It's like
Yeah.
that's just what the body uses for energy during.
How early before? How much like time is in between your food and the race typically?
So probably about like 3 hours, maybe more like 2.5, I'd say. And it's like my breakfast meal. It's not like full meal. It's just kind of like, you know,
Some of the
maybe like a big snack or like half a meal, I'd say.
Yeah. And what about you?
I usually have oatmeal as well. That's about it. I'm not a big time eater. I'm not really hungry that early in the morning, but yeah, oatmeal. Sometimes I have some like energy balls, like maybe 2 hours before the race, but yeah.
What, like, when you're running, what are you thinking about? When you're running a race or in practice, like, what are you doing just to keep your mind occupied?
A lot of times I'm just thinking about the next person ahead of me, you know, keeping my eyes on them, trying to stay focused, because once I like lose my focus, that's when I start falling back. I mean, I also just think about like maybe keeping my the splits I'm running, because that's like just keep me off like maybe the pain that's happening.
I just think about like, I just gotta constantly tell myself to go faster, like, and I gotta try to, because if I don't, then I'll like slow down. Even if it's just for a second, I'll slow down for a second.
Are you guys big users of music while running? You guys run with music a lot, and if you could run with music in a meet, would you do it?
Not really, like, occasionally, but for the most part, especially like, since I run with like other people a lot, not really. But like when I was injured, I was doing a lot of like biking and stuff, and when I would bike, I'd be on the stationary bike, and so I would listen to music when I did that, because the other option is to just sit there, and it's you're not moving anywhere. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Whenever I'm alone, I always listen to music. But like if I'm with like a group of people, I don't want to like ruin the conversation or whatever. So.
Alrighty, so Jacob, let's just imagine you're running on your own. You got like one last hill. What's the song that you're putting on to like finish it out fast?
Probably Dream On.
Classic.
Yeah, that one gets me through. That's a pre-race song for me too. Yeah.
No, you just said you didn't want to end the conversation or like miss up a conversation while you're running with other people. How do you guys talk while running? Like, does it not like really hurt or something? Because I don't think I could do the same thing.
I mean, that's more in the easy jogs. When we're like doing like hard workouts, yeah, we're not really talking. But I mean, sometimes in harder workouts we'll talk. Sometimes in races I've talked to people.
Yeah. Yesterday actually, the guy Ebenezer who I was running alongside the whole race. After probably like 200 meters into the race, we started talking. He was like, "Yo, where's your brother at?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, he had a stress fracture earlier, so he's taking some time off. He's just being careful with all that." And we kind of talked for like a minute, so which was funny.
Are you kind of, I don't want to say like your brother's almost overshadowed you for a little bit, but are you excited? You're gonna have 2 years. You're gonna be the only Jacquot. You're gonna be probably the fastest kid on the team. Are you excited to like make Jacob the one that people care about?
I mean, I'm definitely excited to be more towards the front of races and stuff. But the one thing, like in practices, I'm not gonna have like maybe necessarily as many people to run with. I mean, like
Because you're so fast.
yeah. But yeah, Joseph and Esfon, they definitely pushed me during workouts. But I'm gonna miss that part about it.
Now, Joseph, looking at Georgia Tech, what were some of the qualities you really liked in the program, and what made you go forward with the commitment?
I would say for me, it was honestly a pretty like easy decision. So on my visit there, I knew I had to actually make, when I went on my visit, I knew I had to make my decision kind of like in the couple of days after my visit. So I was really stressed going into it. But when I went on the visit, like one of the things that I noticed on my visit was with all the guys on the tech team, like I became friends with them pretty much like instantly. Like, and one of the things after my visit, one of the guys told me like that I was always welcome to like, even if I didn't commit to tech, I was always welcome to go there and just hang out with them whenever I wanted. And that wasn't really what made me commit, but like because it was just because like I became friends with some of them, and I legitimately felt like I fit in there. And then the coach that's been there, he's been there forever. And he's always been able to like make guys consistently improve, because that's one of the biggest things to me is like, does everyone improve? Because if everyone can improve, then that means I can improve. And then tech, like I'm going to tech to study computer science, and tech has the best computer science program in the nation. So that was also like, it came out to be an easy decision for me.
Jacob, did you go on any of the visits with Joseph? What did you see? Which schools did you like? I mean, you probably went to see a couple with him, right?
I haven't gone any visits with him this year, but last year we looked at a couple colleges, and I was on those. But yeah.
Are you looking forward to your, junior, senior year and that kind of process? And, have you gotten some tips from, your older brother about that?
I'm definitely looking forward to it, like looking at all the colleges. I haven't really thought about it a ton, though, just because I got so much time. But when it comes around, though, next year and the year after that, I'll definitely be asking Joseph what to do in those situations.
And then, what do y'all kind of do post-practice, post-meet to recover? Because obviously that's a big deal.
My favorite thing, right after a meet or a workout is have some chocolate milk. It has a lot of things that like your body needs that like you lose during while you run, and just tastes amazing too.
Yeah.
And then definitely some sleep.
You have a favorite brand of chocolate milk?
What are the ones that we get?
I honestly don't know.
You guys don't just get milk and some like
Chocolate
Hershey's
syrup?
syrup? Yeah.
I do that. I've done that before when we're out of like actual chocolate milk, but I don't know. We just have some chocolate milk things that I always have.
Yeah, and then now we're going to ask you guys both one question. Joseph, you might remember this from last year, but we end every single interview with the same question. If you could give your former self, your younger self, some advice, what would that be?
I would probably like. This is gonna sound kind of almost like a bit harsh, but I would want to tell myself like that I'm not gonna ever really be able to try my best. It's just about trying to try my best, and that's what I have to do.
Yeah. I would tell my younger self to like maybe enjoy the moments of like success, because like you're not always gonna have them. Like there's gonna be a time where like I'm not gonna run anymore. I gotta like enjoy every moment, every practice, every race.
I mean, thank you guys for coming on. Good luck November 4th in state, and best of luck in the future, guys.
Thank you. Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you so much, Jacob and Joseph, for coming on. Great to hear about how the cross-country season's going. And, like I said earlier, good luck. And, now let's hop into some Wildcat sports. Starting off football. Had the bye week last week. So, undefeated week. You love to see that for the Cats. And now they continue region play, playing Southwest DeKalb on more Thursday night football.
And this game's going to be crucial. Last week, it was a must-win game. If we lost, or 2 weeks ago, if we lost against Hapeville Charter, our playoff hopes would have been down the drain. But we won, and we won convincing.
Very convincing.
Yeah.
And we've already gone over that last episode. But this week, Southwest DeKalb, it's also going to be another big game. This one will really determine region seeding because there are a good amount of teams, I believe 2-1. I believe 4 of them are. Holy Innocents came back and beat... which one did we lose to that we should?
No, Holy Innocent Stevenson hasn't happened yet. It's this Thursday. This week.
But Holy Innocents is expected to win.
Yeah.
Handedly, due to the fact that most schools haven't faced that Holy Innocents triple option before, and they don't have the run defense. Their players don't have the experience against that.
Westminster handled it pretty well, though, I'd say.
Yes, they did.
Solid 3 points allowed by the defense. Over the past 2 games have they? Oh, no, there was Stevenson in between.
Yeah.
And another Thursday night away game. So,
Southwest
class,
DeKalb,
Eddie Teachers Friday, I may not be that locked in.
Now, moving it off the gridiron towards the softball diamond, we have the softball season. Their season came to an end in the Super Regionals. They won their first game 2-1, made it to the second round, but then had 2 tough games. Were eliminated, but overall, great season. 6 seniors on the team. It was overall just a really good year for the Bad Cats.
Yeah, and I mean, they kept up their region streak, made it 3. And, I think, it was a great year. The girls were very excited about what they accomplished. And then moving on to the trails, we kind of just talked about it, but both girls and guys won their region. And, it was a fantastic job. Lucy Johnson for the girls ran sub 20. And, 1958, fantastic race by her. And then post-race, they honored the seniors with senior night and held a ceremony for longtime Coach Eubanks, actually. And then for the guys' side, obviously we just had 2 of the guys on. But first and second, Esfon and Jacob. And, just a great race overall. 7 of the 10 guys finished in the top 10, which can't do much better than that.
Exactly. Now moving on over to volleyball. Volleyball on Tuesday, they played in the Elite 8 where they won 3-0 yet again, 3-0 Mafia, you could say. And now they're playing on Saturday where they will play Lovett at home. So Battle of Buckhead on the volleyball courts, Final 4 matchup. I mean, who else would you want to play in that scenario?
And everyone got to show out, go to that game, because we're getting lucky here. This game, theoretically, Lovett's a higher seed.
They are.
This should be at Lovett, but Westminster's hosting all of the 4 and 5A semifinal games on Saturday. So buy 1 ticket, watch a lot of good volleyball. I know one of the top 10 teams in the nation, the Pace Knights, are playing. They're going up against, forget the school's name, but, what's crazy, 3 of the 4 teams in the 4A semifinals are all from the same region,
Wow.
which is really impressive.
You don't see that too often.
No. And, yeah, they beat, over the weekend, they beat Heritage 3-0, and then last night, they beat Whitewater 25-12, 25-21, 25-16. So it's a spectacular performance. You know, amazing tweet by WCAT. I don't know who made it, but a video in the tweet looks pretty cool.
Palmer giving himself a little plug there.
Yeah, go follow the Twitter. Westminster WCAT may have messed up a tweet last night about cross country, but it's all fixed now. And then moving over to the pool. We got winter sports. It's cold outside, and winter sports have kicked off.
Can't believe it's already started. That's crazy. Swimming has their first meet this Thursday versus Collins Hill. We'll finally get a swimmer on to talk about it. We don't have one with us.
We don't have any swimmers with us.
The girls are going for the 7th straight state championships. Find a way. That's what our notes say.
Yeah, that's the team motto for this year is find a way. And then
Find a way to win. Find a way to
do whatever.
Oh yeah, find a way. When there's
You
a
know,
will, there's a
we'll
way.
have a tough set in practice, and coach will just yell, find a way. And you got to find that way. And then moving on to the captains, Jake Scott, Alex Waugh, Andrew Sue, MK Bowler, Katie Christopherson, Sadie Klein.
and Palmer Ruth.
Now, next
Palmer
year.
Ruth will be a captain. What dudes in our grade can be up for the captain?
Only me and Graham Marshall. If any of y'all joined the swim team, you'd be the 3rd fastest junior guy.
Okay, looks like
wow.
Alex and I will be joining the pool cats. Is that what's the name?
The catfish.
The catfish. Alex and I will be joining the catfish next year, so keep an eye out for that. Actually,
And then moving on into some pro sports. NBA starts tonight. Hawks are taking on a team that I will tell you. Hawks are taking on the Hornets, so they'll be in Charlotte. Great to see. And then we have the World Series decided, and that will be the Texas Rangers going up against the Arizona Diamondbacks, Jake Snakes. They beat the Phillies. Fantastic to see. I mean, yeah. Speaking of, since no one else feels like talking right now, NFL, a lot of crazy stuff went on over the past week. 49ers lost. Your Chargers lost. My Packers lost. And
My
the
Patriots won! What? What? 2-5? What? Yeah.
congratulations.
No, the Bills are bad. Patriots are worse, but we won. Yeah.
Falcons won.
Yeah.
Bijan Robinson didn't play. Don't know what was happening there.
Wait,
Oh,
One
he
fantasy
had a
points?
really bad headache, apparently.
I know
and
what
didn't
they
wanna
said,
risk it,
But now,
like,
now the Falcons are getting in trouble for not.
That almost
listing his
messed up my
condition.
fantasy team this week. And, you know, I'm pretty good at fantasy. One of my leagues 6-1. The other one we're 5-2. So, you know, kind of a fantasy expert. Are we going to hop into that fantasy action car?
I'm just looking at my team. I've faced some really unfortunate opponents.
I beat you this week?
I would have, like, if I faced this kid that I'm facing right now, I would be, 4-2? No, 5-2? Yeah.
Wow.
So, it's really all about who you face.
Alex got to get in a little.
Oh, I beat McBurney last
Yeah,
week.
but I've been on a roll recently.
What is Carr's
Min
team's
has
record?
not. 3-4.
I started out 3-0 on the year. We were averaging over 160 points every week, and I don't think we've put up over 100 since.
Yeah, I've kind of
Yikes.
brought the demise of Nitt and
Yeah,
Roger.
Alex was starting to talk about how good my team was, and then it went very downhill after that, very, very quick.
I'm playing the second best team in the league
I've
next
been
week.
very unfortunate with some injuries. You know, we had Aaron Jones was out for a while. He's back, hasn't been performing. James Conner out for the foreseeable future, as well as Justin Jefferson. I mean, it really has been a hit to the team. And we have Rashid Rice on the team.
You had
That's
a good
no.
week. You put up like 19.
Yeah, I know, but it's not really someone you want to put your entire team on. I mean,
You have Josh Dobbs on your bench.
Josh Dobbs, he's not very good. But
Why is he on
well,
your
I have
bench?
Jalen Hurts starting, so I mean, yeah. But Zach Moss, he has potential to go crazy. But I mean,
I feel like you really want a Kenneth Walker. He's the 7th best running back.
I'll give you Kenneth Walker for Zach Moss straight up.
No.
Okay, then no.
Okay. Well, then, moving on. College football. A
Yeah.
lot of action. No really big upsets last week, I feel like. No, kind of everything went as it should.
Yep. And
But
that's-
big news. Michigan is
news.
cheating. Michigan
Interesting.
thinks they're the Houston Astros. They're sending guys with cameras to games, filming signs. And apparently they're cheating. I don't know what will come out of this.
But we'll keep you updated on that. Whatever comes out of that, what happens to the Michigan Wolverines. But
I hope, and there's a 0% chance this happens, that they get punished soon enough where they say they're ineligible for this year's college football playoffs,
Texas somehow
so
gets
that
in.
Texas can get in there. I need them to beat Ohio State and then get declared ineligible. And I mean, Texas still controls their destiny right now. I think if they win the Big 12, they're in. But yeah,
We'll see. We'll see.
Quinn Ewers out for 3 to 4 weeks, so maybe Arch Manning could come in. We got Malik Murphy. So yeah, lots of good stuff
I have
happening
heard
over there.
some great things about Malik Murphy, so
He's
we'll
a
see if he
big
steps
guy.
up.
yeah, he is.
6'4", and I think
I've not heard anything about said Malik Murphy.
he's a 4-star out
Never heard
of
of him
California. I think that's all. Make sure to follow the socials. Westminster WCAT, TikTok, Twitter. Follow our podcast, like it, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And the Twitter's the best place for sports. Westminster sports, better than Westminster fans.
If you can't
better
tell, Palmer is the chief Twitter guy. Go follow Westminster Athletics. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, go Cats.
Go Cats.